Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Tarot Whispers, we are going to be looking at the Hierophant. So you can see the Hierophant, it doesn't really show up too good when I get closer, but you can see the Hierophant here. He's sort of standing, sitting. He's sitting at the front here, providing sort of guidance. So the Hierophant is about tradition, spirituality, guidance. So this is about sort of doing things as in the past. So the tradition of this is how we did in the past, this is how we're doing it now, and we keep doing this. We're doing the same thing sort of over and over again. And it's about our connection with our spirituality, and it's about guidance. So you can see the Hierophant here is kind of like a spiritual, a religious leader. They're standing in front. They're providing guidance. They're providing teachings to those people within their parish. I think a lot of people use that word. I'm not sure, but within their flock, within their followers. And so it can be it can be an authority. It can be a guide, right? So this is someone who is guiding you towards your spirituality. It's having that connection with the spiritual world, right? You can see these. We've got these two poles here, but it's open at the top, right? So it's open, endless possibilities, endless connections here, and we have these keys, right? The key sort of unlocking the doors to the unknown, unlocking the doors to the spiritual world, unlocking the doors to the guidance that we are looking for. So I will do automatic writing today. As always, I do dub over it. So that's why it might sound a little bit different than when I'm actually writing, because I need to write in silence so I can hear the words that are coming down through from the spirits or from our guides, from the divine, from God, however you want to phrase that. Um, and so I will start that. I'll bring my board up here. There we go, my nice trusty board. And we'll put the card right here. And then I will meditate for a moment just to sort of get into the zone. And I will begin to write what Spirit wants to tell us about the Hierophant. So, sorry, perfectionism. We don't need perfectionism, right? We just need to do. So nobody is perfect. Maybe that's a message for you today. I do send out the intention that these videos reach those who need them when they need them. So if this video reached you, there is a message within it for you. It doesn't necessarily mean the entire message is for you, right? It may just be part of the message is meant for you. So take what resonates, just leave the rest behind. It doesn't matter. You know, maybe there's that one little tidbit that sort of sparks you there. So we're looking at the Hierophant. The Hierophant helps us by providing guidance, helping us to connect to the spiritual realms, helping us connect to the divine. That is not only all around us, but within us, within you. This card is about following those traditions that allow you to open yourself up to the divine and to your true purpose. and calling in life. The Hierophant is meant to provide guidance through traditions that serve you and your highest good. But there is a cautionary tale. You must also not follow those traditions or the guidance that does not serve you. Ensure that those leaders you choose to follow are walking in the light of the divine. Do not follow those who use dogma and tradition to control and coerce. You only follow those who are within the divine light, within their true purpose on earth. Follow those who resonate within your heart and only preach love. Only bring love into the situation. Only love exists. God is only love. Spirit is only love. The afterlife is only love. All else is human. All else is man-made. Only follow those traditions and beliefs that are rooted in true love and rooted in the harmony of humanity. All else can go. Love. Okay, so this is a great message. This is really about like the Hierophant is providing guidance, helping you connect to those spiritual realms, right? Connecting you to the divine, giving good guidance, and this can be steeped in these traditions. And this doesn't have to be the tradition of like every Christmas we do this. I mean, those are very nice traditions and stuff, but it can even be traditions in terms of every morning I meditate for 20 minutes, every night I meditate for 20 minutes, whatever it is, or even traditions such as the connections within people, right? So once a week I go to the and help out at the food bank. I volunteer, or once a week I go to the nursing home, or once a week I call, family members just to keep those contacts and stuff, that sort of thing. So this is all about make sure your the guidance you're receiving, those you look up to, those authorities that you look up to in terms of your spirituality, are actually for your highest and greatest good, that are actually serving love, serving the divine. Walk within love, walk within the light of divine, right? um, Dogma that just popped out just as I was looking. So dogma and tradition. So you got to make sure that you're not just following those who are within this dogma, and we're have these traditions of we do this and we do this because they're trying to be in this coercive, controlling mode, right? Like you can see some people who might sort of not quite for spirituality as much, but for just living life, right? Women have to stay at home. Women need to be at home with their children all the time. The men go out and work, right? And that sounds great. Yeah, we'll have the mom at home and she'll be taking care of the kids, and that is a wonderful thing. And if that's how your life is structured, and that's how you want it to be structured, that's great. And that traditionally that's what we've done, but also traditionally, because women were supposed to stay at home, not work. The man goes out, the man works, the man has the money, the man controls the money. Women were very controlled. Women were very coerced into being like, if I wanted to have a sort of rich life, let's say I wanted to have more than almost nothing, I need to marry a man. I need to get that support from a man. And that is all, and you're basically being coerced into finding a man in order to create this life that you want, because you can't have it created any other way. And so those traditions, those leaders who are preaching things that are not in the highest and greatest good, that are not within the light of love, is what I call it, the light of love, are not serving your highest good. So if you have a spiritual leader who's, say, anti-homosexuality, that is not in your highest good, right? That is not preaching love. That's preaching hate, right? People who are homosexual, all they want to do is love other people. They're not trying to do anything different than you. You love other people. They want to love other people, right? And you, if you're a man, you can love your son. And if you're a woman, you can love your daughter. That's same-sex love. How would that be any different than a homosexual relationship, right? And so if you have a leader who's preaching against homosexuality, they're preaching against love, that they're preaching hate against love, and that is not divine. That is not within the godly realm, right? Because the only thing that exists within the divine, within the afterlife, within the godly realm is love. Everything else is man-made. All this like fear and this hate and this division, that's all made up in man, for man on earth, man, women, people, right? That's all just made up on earth. And so you need to make sure that you are following those spiritual leaders, those giving, and it doesn't have to be like a priest or a pastor or anything like that, right? It could just be those who help align you better with the spiritual, those who help you align you better with divinity and with your purpose in life and with, love and being a good person. Those are the people you want to follow. Those are the people you want to have around you, right? And those who are not within the love, those who are not bringing love to every situation, you shouldn't be looking up to them. You shouldn't be following them, right? The only love exists truly. It really does. Everything else we have made up here on earth. And so you need to follow those people who are in the light of the divine and who are in true love, and those who are just preaching their dogma, trying to have control of others, right? Saying that this is the way, you don't follow me, you're going to hell. There's no such thing as hell. Okay, we're all just down here for an experience. We're all just trying to figure it out. But those who are preaching that you need to do this or you're going to burn for hell, does burning forever sound like divine? Does burning forever sound like someone who is God? That's not quite how I want to phrase it, but burning someone for eternity, making someone suffer for eternity, is in no way within love. That is no way within that. And that is all just being used as a way to control you and to coerce you. You have to do what I say or you're going to burn forever. Who says that you even know what you're talking about? Right? So make sure that those that are providing you guidance, those that are um, in your realm are all about love, not preaching hate, and all about your highest and greatest good, not what they think is best for you. Because in general, people who teach these kind of dogmas, women have to stay at home, homosexuality is bad, they don't have your best interest at heart at all. That's not what they're doing. It's all about them having power and control. Well, if I say women have to stay home, I am now more powerful and have more control than women. If I say sexuality is wrong and we should go against them, they should be jailed, whatever they think, then that means I have more power than you. I am better than you, right? And that's not what we want to live in. We want to live in the hierophant of having these traditions and this spiritual connection and guidance that is all for the greater good, is all in love and nothing else. I hope this 1616, just saw 1616 on there. All right, so I hope this message helped. And I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.